Have you ever stared out the window on a flight, maybe mid-turbulence, and suddenly noticed it? That tiny little hole in the middle of the window, just sitting there. And then your brain goes, wait, why is there a hole in the window? Shouldn't that be a bad thing? It's one of those weird airplane details we all see, but never question. So let's dive in. First of all, no, the hole isn't a mistake. It's not damage. It's not leaking. And it's definitely not the reason your ears are popping. In fact, that tiny hole might just be the hero of your window seat. Let's start with how airplane windows actually work. They're not made of glass, and they're not just one layer. They're made of 3 layers of acrylic plastic. An outer pane, a middle pane, and the inner pane, which is the one you can smudge up with your forehead. The hole is in the middle pane. That's key. Now, here's where it gets cool. When a plane is cruising at 35,000 feet, the air pressure outside is super low. Way too low for humans to survive. So inside the plane, the cabin is pressurized to keep you alive, hydrated, and able to eat tiny pretzels in peace. But here's the thing. That pressure difference between the inside and outside, it's intense. And something has to hold that pressure in. So, what takes the hit? Surprisingly, it's not the inner pane with the hole. It's the outer pane that holds all the pressure. That little hole in the middle pane, it's called a bleed hole, and it actually relieves pressure on the inner pane. Basically, the bleed hole allows air pressure to balance between the cabin and the space between the panes. That way, the outer pane absorbs the stress, while the inner pane stays chill. And here's a fun twist. If the outer pane were to crack, which is extremely rare, the middle pane becomes a backup. It's a quiet little safety system.
Built in. Hidden.
And yes, that means the hole is part of the plan. Pretty smart, right? Also, bonus feature. The hole helps with fog and frost buildup. Ever notice how your window doesn't fog up at 10,000 meters? That's partly thanks to the bleed hole managing air circulation between the layers. Oh, and before we go any further, if you're into this kind of weird but useful stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got more mysteries hiding in plain sight. Back to the window. There's another fun fact. Airplane windows are always rounded, never square. Know why? It's because square windows create stress points in the corners. And in the 1950s, a few unfortunate accidents proved that lesson the hard way. Rounded windows help distribute pressure more evenly, making them way safer.
So yeah,
airplane windows are kind of a big deal. Engineered to survive crazy pressure, balance airflow, and keep your selfies looking crisp. So next time you fly and you see that tiny hole, don't panic. It's not a flaw. It's not a leak. It's a genius little vent, quietly making sure you stay safe.